Let's start with what is AI. What exactly AI is, where it will create an impact, what AI is doing to us. I'm going to share three stories. By the end, if you follow till the end, when we connect the dots, you will understand exactly what AI is and what AI is doing to us. We'll start with the stories. Story number one. Story about Lovelace. Lovelace was a beautiful girl who lived in 19th century, but she stands remembered today not for her beauty but for her mind and thinking. In her childhood, she was fascinated by math and music. Because of her extraordinary skill in mathematics, Charles Babbage, who is the father of the computer, gave her a demo of his still theoretical computer, mechanical computer, and explained her how it worked. She became interested in it. While everyone saw it as just a calculator, she understood its true potential and she spent most of the time in it, and she went on create an algorithm. Can you imagine? She wrote an algorithm for a machine even before an actual computer was invented. She realized computers' true potential, and she even said, if the pitch of the sound can be recorded as numbers and if music can be expressed by rules, then machines can follow those rules and create music. This is something similar to music app in your phone today. She said this before actually computer was invented. Story number two. William Nordhaus, who is the economist, lived in late 20th century. In his 1996 research paper, he showed that today we switch on lights without even thinking, but in 1800s, producing same amount of light by using candles and oil lamps would have cost thousands of times more than it does now. Technology made light very cheap, thousands of times cheaper, and that changed people's behavior. We don't even think for a second before switching on a light. What happened here? Technology made light cheap. Cheap made everyone use it, and that in turn changed our behavior. Story number three. Commercialization of Internet. In 1995, Microsoft released its first OS, Windows 95. Before 1995, Internet was mainly used by universities. But in 1995, the US government removed its restriction and allowed companies and regular people to use it. Netscape, browser inventor, benefited greatly from government decision. It was valued more than 3 billion even though it had not generated that much revenue. After the commercialization of Internet, many things that once cost a lot suddenly becomes cheap, like communication, distribution of goods and service, finding information with just a click of a search button. Even before Internet, people searched for information, but to find something they had to pay companies that provide search as a service, like Yellow Pages, travel agents, classifieds. After the Internet, search became cheap. Companies that relied on providing search as a service began to face crisis, while companies that depended on people finding them online started to grow. Search became cheap. When it becomes cheap, everyone used it, and that forced business to change. There is another one hidden story here. In late 20th century, commercialization of computer makes something important cheap. Arithmetic. Computers do millions of calculations instantly, nearly at zero cost. As cost of the arithmetic fell, organizations like NASA, where calculations was already critical, adapted it first. But over time, people started to use it in the place where arithmetic was never traditionally used. For example, photography. Photography once solved using chemistry, but today arithmetic becomes cheap enough. We transition from chemistry to arithmetic-based solution. Do you remember Lovelace said about machines creating music? 150 years later, arithmetic becomes cheap, and today we have thousands of music applications doing exactly what she imagined. So, from all this story, you can see if something becomes cheap, it creates an impact. It is evident that AI makes something important cheap. Is it thoughts, reasoning? You may imagine robot with human level thinking. Even in Lovelace era, people started to think the same way we are doing now. But Lovelace did not believe that. She said computer cannot originate anything. They can perform whatever we order them to perform. Alan Turing, one of the earliest AI pioneers, said Lovelace still stands. Computer cannot think. So thoughts and reasoning do not become cheap. So what becomes cheap? Prediction. AI makes prediction cheap. For example, when Netflix recommends a movie, it doesn't know what you like. It simply predicts what you might watch based on patterns. Now you may ask, if it is only a prediction, why people think it can replace a human? That is the topic for next.